So, this is going to be a little bit of an experiment. This is Summon Night 4, which as far as I know has never been translated or released in the United States. It is an interesting SRPG, and I'm going to try to translate it. So we will see how this goes. This is an experiment, so I may not continue with it long term. So it's asking me to choose my protagonist. I can choose a male or a female. So I'll go with male. The suggested name is Rai. It wants me to choose a name, and that's fine. Rai is okay. Like lightning. So this is the sound of sobbing. Man, didn't we promise that we absolutely wouldn't cry? Well, I did, but it's not like we're going to meet. We're never going to meet again. Once he becomes healthy, then I'll be able to come back, and you just have to tolerate it until then. You're Erika's older brother, right? Silence. Aren't you sad to see your beloved little sister so suffering? Yeah. Yep, that's a good response. If it's you, you can definitely tolerate this. After all, you're mine and her child, after all. So, be a good boy and manage things while I'm gone, right? I'll definitely be back soon. It's a promise. Please come back soon. Please come back soon. Father. Was that a dream? From early in the morning, why this kinda... I'm not hoping for anything at this point. I lost all of that a long time ago. I can't just stand around here doing nothing. I'm Rai. At my birthday, just a little back, I became 15. In general matters, I'm more or less like an adult. And now I'm looked upon like that by others. That said, in my case, I've been doing that for myself for a long, long time now. It's not exactly living by myself, actually. It's more like making my own money and living entirely on my own. After all, I've been living alone, by myself since I was 5 years old. I didn't have any sort of opportunity to lean on others. it wouldn't be allowed. Yeah? Why am I living that kind of a life? It's not that I don't have anybody I could depend on. Well, okay, I don't remember my mother's face, if you ask me straight on. It seems like after she birthed me and my twin little sister, she died of an illness. Now that I'm not complaining about, there's no use in it. But the other... I will never get tired of cursing the other one. My lousy, terrible father. Just even thinking about it, my stomach is getting all upset. I get so pissed. If we're talking about it, that idiot, if we're talking about how terrible he is at, normal things. Hey, wake up! Stop it, older sister. If you make such a loud noise, you're going to bother the neighbors. Eh? What are you talking about? Hey, Lucian, look around yourself. This is a house, far from the town. Where are we going to find neighbors to bother? Well, you may be right, but if you're making loud noise from the morning, it's not good. You're going to wake her up, or wake him up, why don't you go upstairs to the bed and... When I did that, he mistook me for a thief and jumped at me. There are limits to, even rudeness. Isn't that because you tried to, freak him out? Shut up. Anyways, this is good enough for him. Wake up, Bri. It's morning. Oh, Rachel. As usual, from the morning, she's... always loud. If I just ignore her, she'll probably get even more angry and start yelling louder and continue. I'm awake. I'm coming out, so please wait out there. I accidentally picked up a falling star. Chapter 1. The entrance of the shop. Good morning, Rai. Oh, Lucian. Good morning. Were you going to sleep? Jeez. I was already awake. Well, in fairness, this morning I saw a weird dream, so I'm a little out of it still. Even so, I was woken up, I woke up really early, so... Yeah, I mean, it's just getting light outside already. You two are weak. That may pass for everybody else, but if you're forcing me to wait... Then Hugh overslept. There's no way about it. It's already started. Rachel's, logic. Anyways, I deliberately went out here directly because I'm your childhood friend. I'm coming out here every day to wake you up. It's just obvious that you should be welcoming me with a thankful heart. Nobody was asking you to do that, though. Say something? Nope. Hey guys, let's just not fight. After all, Rachel came out here to help you, and that's why she, got up early. Yeah, it's just as Lucian says. Yeah, if I continue dealing with you, then I'm not gonna have enough time to do everything I need to do for the lunchtime. What is this? Did you guys come without eating breakfast again? There was nothing we could do about it. After all, we came out before anybody else had woken up. Yeah, if we're found out, we're probably in a lot of trouble. I guess there's nothing we can do. I'll make something for you, so eat it. Yeah, that's great. So delicious, the stuff that Mirai makes. I'm looking forward to it. Anyways, I need to go out and get the ingredients for today. Let's go. I'm a level 3, apparently. So, going to town? Apparently this place is called Treyu. Reservoir. Hey brats. I see the three of you together are together like usual. Good morning. Glad. On your morning rounds? Yep. The station soldiers always do 3 rounds. Hard work early in the morning. Yeah, that's for sure. In a place like Treyu, it's not like anything ever happens. Don't say that. Isn't it fine if it's peaceful? That's right, Rochelle. Life is best when it's peaceful. Just doing your work every day and living a good life. That's the natural way of things. That's what Rai takes seriously. Why are you talking like an old guy? For kids like us, the important thing is excitement. You're gonna sputter out if you don't have any excitement or anxiety. In your case, you're always so fired up that you're nearly burnt. Or burnt around the edges. Me and Lucian have to clean up after you, so it'd be nice if you thought about us once in a while. Well, as long as you don't cause trouble just because you're bored. After all, the few issues that we do have are usually the 3 of you's fault. Eh? That's because Rochelle's always... It's all of you together that have the responsibility. And Rochelle, you ought to think about your own position a little bit more. Omnid-san's always apologizing, and it's, don't you feel sorry for her? Bye, let's go. Eh? Don't pull on me, Rochelle. Looks like I made her mad. Sorry. Rochelle's really understands, but... Don't worry about it, Lucian. Girl that age has a lot of troubles. After all, my little sister was much the same way. Hey, Lucian, hurry up or you're gonna leave you behind. Excuse me. Yeah, later. Okay. Oh, Mint's house. Okay. This is... With that, looks like the morning's watering's done. Morning, Mint. I came for this morning's vegetables. Or today's vegetables. Morning, Rai. Morning to you as well, Rochelle and Lucian. Good morning. Good morning to you as well, Oyakata. Yeah, vegetables are, like usual, gah. Put away in the watering place. Oh, the leafy ones look good today. Don't you think so? I also thought that they were a great success. Looks like researching the Earth finally did some good for us. Mint, you really love messing around with the Earth, don't you? Of course she does. After all, that's her job. I'd say it's about half my job and just half my hobby. Trying various methods to the various plants of the world to try to grow them up. That's my research topic as a summoner, so... After all, I can probably continue to do work like this because I like it. That makes sense. No, you're a summoner like my father. You're pretty much totally different. Every time he opens his mouth, all he's talking about is money and profit. It's terrible. There's nothing to be done about that. The group I'm in, the section, we use summon arts to expand and deepen our knowledge. But in Rochelle's father's organization, the Gold group, their job is to make money via summon arts. Get that, but I hate it. All he does is calculate money. Shell. Hey, the two of you, stop just standing there and help me carry this stuff. Shut up. Stop giving me orders. Hey, stop fighting. We get it. Oh, that reminds me. The stuff, the new menu that I've made with your vegetables, has been getting really high reviews. Well then, I guess I'd better even try harder. Your job at the inn is difficult, but keep trying. Yep, take care. You, Oyakata, do well, do your best at, patrolling the fields. So I got 3 red vegetables and 3 green vegetables. So there's an event at the inn. The counter. Right, I've finished cleaning up the entrance. Oh, thanks. Hey, before that, hey, could you, hurry up and feed us? I'm so hungry I can't even take another step. I get it, I'll make it soon, so stop hitting the counter. How is it? Do you even have to ask at this point? It's delicious. Good. Yeah, but it's amazing how good you are at making, at cooking. Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. Well, after all, I, had, it was just obvious that I'd have to make food myself. After all, you want to eat good food, so you just get better at it. Yeah, but even the village folk say that the food is delicious. During lunchtime, don't you have tons and tons of people here? More or less. Even so, the important ones are the guests that stay overnight, and there are none of them. Yeah, looks like today again there was nobody staying overnight. Nothing you can do about it. After all, the location's bad. Rather than staying in a place like, in a place far from the town like this, it's much more convenient to take an inn in the market district. Thinking about it that way, the people that come out here just to get, food, it really must mean that your food's incredible. Yep. Wow. You really just take every opportunity to praise him, don't you? But don't you two usually eat better food? Like, more impressive food? In comparison to that, is the food I make really that good? It's not good just because it's luxurious. When we eat food here, it's like, it's relaxing. It's hard to say. Anyways, we like your food. Isn't that good enough? Well, yeah. These loud footsteps, is it? I found you. It's Pomneat. Yep. As I thought. My lady, my lord, my young lord. From way early in the morning, left the mansion. And on top of all of that, you're eating food at somebody else's house? What is this? Isn't it fine? It's not fine. And on top of everything else, what is this? Those clothes, rude words. As the daughter of the Bronx family, who are important in this town. I've had enough. It doesn't matter to you, does it, Pomneat? It does matter to me. I was commanded by the Lord to take care of you two. That's why. Are you okay? It's because you're not used to yelling at people, but you force yourself. Here, have some water. Thank you. I feel so much better. No. Don't you stop them, Rai? Eh? Me? That's it. If it wasn't me, if it was you telling them, they'd certainly understand, but... I don't think so. I don't even know what kind of excuses I could make to the master. Please don't cry, Pomnet. That's it. Don't worry about it. Because it doesn't work like that I'm crying. Please, I'm begging you, think about my position as well. Hey, Rochelle. I get it. If we get back to the mansion before Father finds out, that's good enough, right? That's it. If we hurry back now, then we can make it a secret. It's too late for that. Trying to hide things from me. What do you think you're doing, Pomneat? My lord. Well, later I'll lecture the hell out of you. But for now... Rai, who do you think you are? Even though you're the owner, the manager of this shop, owned by me, making my, children do the work for you? Isn't there a limits to your laziness? That's different. That's right, Father. We said that we wanted to help. You two be quiet. This is a problem between me, the owner, and the manager who I've employed. Even though I don't like it, I understand that you and my children are friends. But this kind of a deal, this kind of association is a problem. When I left this, when I agreed to entrust this into you, didn't we agree on this? I'm sorry. What's with that phrasing? Do you have a problem with this? No. It seems like your lousy mannerisms were inherited from your father. Father and son, they're just alike. Nothing to be done about them. Don't compare me to my father. I'm nothing like my father. That lousy bastard, I'm not like him at all. When he left on that trip, no help for me, left everything alone. That lousy bastard, I'm totally different from him. Die. Well enough. If you're gonna say that much, then show me by your work. We're leaving, Rochelle, Lucian. Yes. Hurry up and go. You're gonna get scolded again. Sorry. Don't worry about it. Okay. Well, work. Well, that's the way it is. The reason why I'm living all alone like this is because my father left on a trip and hasn't come back. That's all it is. He said he left because he was going to find a way to cure my little sister's illness, but though many years have passed, he hasn't given me a single contact. Well, after all, that jerk is an adventurer, so it's not like he was any good for anything to begin with. I figure that it wouldn't be weird if he if while he was on the trip, his blood got all riled up and he just decided to keep walking. I don't really care what he does, but I do worry about my little sister Erica. It'd be great if her illness had been cured and she was living well. But after all, she's probably forgotten my face. Uh, Even though I say that I lived alone for all this time, I was a child. It wasn't like I could do everything from the beginning, all myself. Even though he said a lot of, even though he kept being grumpy and complaining about it, um, Rochelle's father, did look out for me. It's frustrating, and he frustrates me frequently, but I have to just be thankful to him. After all, he's the one that has entrusted this into me. And my dream is to build up this inn and make it work out and live a good life until I'm old. Rochelle keeps telling me that it's boring and normal and um, acting like an old man to think about that way, but I think it's fine. I feel like a good adult is somebody who lives his life with his feet on the ground. I'll never live a life like my lousy father, where he just wanders from place to place with no commitments. I'll get back at him like that. Haven't got the way wrong, have we, Mother? Ah, it's no good. I'm just standing around, I think of too many of... I just start thinking around in circles. This kind of a time, it's best to move your body to get rid of those thoughts. So now we get to watch me being terrible at this game. So, it's Gachinko training. Use strong and weak attacks to destroy your targets and earn points. So weak targets, you use the D-pad, and strong targets, you use the face buttons. Or you can use the left one and right one triggers with the face buttons to do strong attacks. You want to destroy logs with the weak attacks, and you want to destroy stone with strong attacks, but you can't destroy safes or robots with anything. So press the start button to start it. Oops. Ah. Oops. Oh. Pretty terrible, but normal rank, apparently. Okay. Basics of attack and defense. The damage changes based on the person that you're attacking's facing and height. If you attack from the front, it's not as good as attacking from the sides or back, and you do more damage if you attack from the sides and the back. And if you attack from a high location down onto a lower location, then you also do more damage. And when you take damage from the enemy, it's the same. So be careful at the end of your turn that your character's facing is good. And if you're using summon attacks, it doesn't matter about your character, about the target's facing or height. Various attack types and weapons. The attack range and the attack range is based on the character's attacking type and the equipped weapon. Even if something is within your attack range, if within the path there is a friendly or a obstacle, then you may not be able to attack as well. Also, spears attack two people, attack two spaces, and they attack do damage to both people in both targets in those spaces, so be careful about that. However, if you attack your own characters, then the damage becomes 1. So various types of swords, axes, fists, and rods are, local. So that's straight cut, there's side cut. Yeah, I'm not translating all that. There are various types of stances you can take for waiting stances. There are various means that you can respond to an enemy's attack. There are defense types and counterattack types, and there are also special ones that characters can get, particular to them. In order to win, this is a very important point, so please use it carefully. So the basic ones are just defense, which reduces damage, or counterattack, which you do a counterattack. There's also magic resist, which reduces the damage from summoned beasts. There's Kitty, which is more a higher level skill than defense. You've got a chance of avoiding various projectile weapons. There's counter, which is an improved version of the original countering stance. You do more damage, and then there's block, which is you have a chance of completely eliminating physical damage, but you can't block special damage at all. There are various types of weapons. There are 7 specific affinities. Basically, it's a sort of like a triple system, a triangle system, except with 7 different types of stuff, so ugh. So I received the basic knowledge of fighting. Yeah. Wow, leaving the shop alone so you can practice your sword work? Michelle, you... Don't worry about it. Shop's being watched over by Palmnet. She said it's as an apology for this morning. Man, that girl really, takes a lot on herself. Yeah, but the more I watch you, the more impressive I think it is, Rai. No matter what type of weapon you use, you just seem to, be so good at it. It's a total difference from you, where it seems like you're being more swung around by your own sword. It's because my lousy father, forced me to do this from a young age. That bastard, even though his opponent was a kid, he didn't hold anything back. Yeah, but even saying that, even these days you're still practicing, aren't you? It's a habit. If I don't do it, then I feel myself get all off a kilter and I can't keep myself calmed down. That's all it is. Okay. Hey, thinking about it, Rai, couldn't you also use summoned abilities in addition to weapons? Why don't you practice those too? Well... He was bad at it, just like you. Wow, that's a rude way of putting it. That said, I can use all 4 elements of the summon arts. But in return for that, you can't call out any of the summon beasts that are really powerful. You can only call out the weak ones. Well, summon arts are really something that you should leave to a specialist like a summon master. Like me. Yeah, but being able to control all of them, that's amazing. Kept practicing, couldn't you call out stronger monsters? I have a choice. I can either say that physical fighting is fine for me, or I could say that summon arts might be good too. I think I'll go for the fighting arts are good enough for me. I'll keep... Nah, I think I'm just gonna stick to the fighting arts. Eh? Why? If it's a fight, then if I can barehandedly handle most weapons, then that's already not a fight. Using summon arts as well. That's not necessary. So then why are you fighting? Why are you still practicing with swords? Didn't I say it? It's a habit. And for people who don't understand that kind of a thing, and to protect myself for people who don't understand those kind of rules. I don't want to feel regret if I can't protect something important when it matters. If somebody comes after me, I'll get them back. That's what I'm preparing for. That seems like you. Hey, so if you're done with your practice, why don't you come with us? Where? On a walk. We're going to go out of the town and watch the stars. Why go through all that effort? She said it's because, she's just in that kind of a mood. A brute like you probably wouldn't understand, but... To a girl of my age, that kind of time is still very important. A maiden, huh? If you don't want to go, you don't have to force yourself. Then we'll just go out by ourselves. But sis, Pomneet-san said that if Rai doesn't go with us, then we can't. There's nothing we can do about it if he says he doesn't want to go. The one who's bad isn't me in that circumstance. I get it, I'll go with you. I knew it! Oh my god. The basics of summoned arts. Create or perform the oath ceremony, and then choose your item and the summoned rock. So basically, I'm gonna summarize this. Basically, by choosing an item that you have and a summoned rock, you can try to summon something, and if you successfully summon it, then you basically remember it. So if you've got accessories or weapons or armor that have a star mark associated with them, then you can use them to attempt to summon. So if you actually got a summon, you can then name it. And then it will use its attack and then return to a stone, which you can then equip later. So it basically has a range and an area of effect, kind of similar to weapons. Don't use it on allies because they will take damage, and that's very dangerous. So you can change the direction of the area of effect by pressing the square button. Okay. Oh, wow. There are various different types of summon magic, things like attacking magic, healing magic, curing magic, doing both healing and curing, uh, inflicting debuffs, or, weird. Okay. Some can summon units, some can summon obstacles, and others can, possess people. So then it's talking about resistances. You can level up your summon monsters, which will change the area of effect, or the distance you can shoot things, or the abilities, and learn more abilities. So there's 3 stages: normal, liked, and very liked. You can also select a particular summon monster as a favorite as the story progresses. You can use special magic from them, the amount of MP you have to spend reduces, and you can use magic from 1 rank higher. Okay, so I got a book for that too. Okay, so back to the system. Food. Green salad. Salad, I made enough salad for 1 person. Party skills. Heals 25 HP and cures poison. Then I have these band-aids, except they're called F-aids. Okay. So there's nothing in the town I can do. Outside of town. The hill for star watching. This is a nice breeze. Yeah, it's very nice. Feels good. We're young, even around this time, we would just play around. Not even caring if it got dark. Yeah, I remember that. Ever since I was entrusted the store, I've been concentrating entirely on that. I haven't been going out as much like this ever since then. That's for sure. It seems like you're just becoming worse and worse to hang out with. Nothing we can do about it, it's his job. I get it. But isn't spending all your time just on your job just too much? You're only 1 year different from me. There's nothing we can do about it. This, if nothing else. Die. It's all the fault of my terrible father. He never did anything for me. Every time I look at this bracelet, that's all I think about. Oh, that bracelet, you're always wearing it, aren't you? It's not because I want to be. I can't take it off. Eh? That's the thing that your father gave you right before he left on his journey, right? I mean, from that time? Yeah, I can't get it off. Wait a second, that's weird. After all, you've been wearing it since you were a little kid. As you got bigger, it should eventually, like, be too small for you. And despite all of that, it's always at exactly the right size. Even if I try to destroy it, if I try to cut it off, I can't even make a dent in it. That's creepy. He said it was a protective charm or something. It may not look like much, but I guess it must have some sort of magical power in it. If it was some sort of weird curse. Don't say it. I'm really gonna get... I'm gonna get depressed. Wow, there's so many stars. If you're in a big place like a wide open space like this and you watch them, it's a completely different feeling. Feels like we're gonna be sucked in. So, how's that? It was good that you came, isn't it? Yeah. It feels like all of that grumpy thinking I was doing seems all stupid now. Yep. Thanks. No, it's not that I did that for you or anything. Just came because I wanted to see it. You're just an extra. Eh, of course. Ah, a shooting star. Where? Hey. It, aren't there just tons of them shooting? It's a meteor shower. It's beautiful. Huh? It really it came down, didn't it? Let's go look. Wow, it really fell down, didn't it? Thank God it came down in a empty place like this. Eh? It just sparkled. Wait up, sis. It could be dangerous. This is a shooting star, right? But no matter how I look at it, it looks like an egg. Don't say something stupid like that. Eggs don't shine in 7 colors. Don't you think it's just as weird that a shooting star would shine like this too? How about you go down there and take a look at it? Huh? Sure, I'll go look for it. The other options were, how about you go do it, and, oh, what was the last one? It could be dangerous, I think. Okay, I got it. I'll go look at it. You shouldn't do that. Don't worry about it. It doesn't look like it's gonna be moving on its own anyways. Watch me. Eh. It started moving. What's this light? It's sparkling. It's beautiful. Is this a dragon? What are you saying? Dragon, like those really strong summoned monsters? I think so. I heard it from my jerk of a dad. That dragons come out of eggs. Well, that's the way it's written in books, but... Isn't it fine if it's cute like this? Hey, come over here. Hey! It flew. Oh, it's adorable. It's coming over to be friends. Hey, do you think this is a boy or a girl? So, male, female, or I have no idea. Female. Isn't it a girl? Like, if you look at its face, it looks kind of quiet too. Wow, that's very, you don't seem like you're taking this very seriously. Hey, the light disappeared. The closer and closer I look, it looks more and more like a baby dragon. Putting that aside, the important thing is what we're going to do with it. Isn't it obvious? We'll just take it home. This is a dragon. It's not like a dog or a cat that you could just keep like a pet. Like, if we don't try it, then how are we gonna know? Anyways, it's not like he was, abandoned or anything. I don't know what happened, but, like, I don't know what the situation is, but he came down in an egg. What are you going to do if its parents are looking for it? Good point. That's exactly why we can't just leave it here. That's... What are you folks doing? Give us that baby dragon. It's ours. Wait a second. What are you doing? What are you doing just coming over here and saying something like that? So this is a baby dragon. Kind of a brain-dead thing are you saying? Ah. It's exactly as as they said. Without any sort of, explanation, just demanding that we, hand him over. You think we're just gonna respond with, oh, yes, of course. What are you planning on doing with that sword? I'll say it one more time, hand over that dragon. So my choices are, hand it over, demand an explanation, or screw that. Screw that! I'm not gonna listen to the demands of somebody who just suddenly pulls out a sword like that. Give it to us. I don't like you. I don't care what your reasons are. I can't just comply with somebody who just tries to force their way through things. Take care of them. If you think you can handle me, then come get some. So the mysterious force and the victory condition is destroy all enemies, whereas the losing condition is the death of the main character. Okay. So now this is arranging initial positions. Oop. So he can't... Well, is he Yokogiri? No, he's... wait. Tatigiri? Yeah, I think he may be able to attack me there. Okay. If you can get rid of them, and he's like, if you think you can handle this, have at. I'm gonna let them go because they'll move closer to us. That jerk. Lucian, when you're attacking the enemy, don't attack them from the front. Attack them from the sides or back. If you find their weak point, then you can attack them much more effectively. Okay, I've got it. Rochelle, don't get close to the enemy. Use your magic, use your summon arts on them. Support us with your summon arts. Leave it to me. This is why I've practiced this time. The summon stones which I smuggled out of my house are finally gonna come in handy. Both of you, don't let your guard down. So, attack. $16 damage, ouch. So... I should have used that probably. So I just used a possession art on him to increase his attack. But this is gonna be kind of bad, I think. Single attacks, and I can't use anything. Okay. Wow, that was effective. But Rye has taken a bit of damage. Oh, seriously? Come on. Ugh. It's terrible. Yeah, that was massive overkill. Oh, I didn't realize he was set to. That's how good I am at this game. Yeah, I can't attack, unfortunately. 18. So I've got to be. He doesn't have the possession thing, so it only works once, it looks like. She should be fine for now. Oh. He has block. Okay. Ouch. Here, enemy, enemy, enemy. Oh, you bastard. Like, but I don't want to come within range of you. Like, I don't want to come within range of you either. She still has one more blast of magic, which I can use on them. Gonna move. Oh, thank you for being stupid, mister. Okay, so he has quite a bit of hit points. I kind of hope to do a little bit more damage than that. Okay. That's my last magic attack. Only 25, ouch. Oh. Oh, that's fine. probably didn't need to actually use that F-aid. Bastard, guess for my mage. I definitely didn't need to use that F-aid, but that's fine. There we go. Is everybody okay? Okay, so I got, the below things are things that you got. I got a machine summon item, a null summon stone, and 2 F-aids. So I got my F-aids back, basically. Okay, so choose the units which you'd like to level up. I have 700 points, which is enough to level each person once, theoretically, but... ugh. So he is a knight in training. She is a summoned master in training, and I am the guy that lives in the inn. Or, well, the person who runs the inn. Okay, so let's level up Lucian, though. And this is kind of the problem with this game. You can spend your things as well as, like, any way you want. So I will spend that. Okay. Wow, my attack is really high. So you can't level luck, which is interesting. Shield. Okay, so that's that. Complete level up, yes. Yeah, we'll come back later. Don't come back. Those people just now, who were they? I've got no idea. But it's certain that they weren't people from the town. Anyways, they're good for nothing. That's for sure. They're definitely people who we couldn't have trusted with this, with the dragon. What's up with him just coming up like this to me? She must understand that Rai protected her. Oh, this is perfect. Why don't you look after her? Heh. If we leave her all alone, then those guys might come back. If we leave her with you, then she'll certainly be safe. Or what is it? You're planning on just tossing her away? No, she's so attracted to you. Ugh. Even if it's just for the night. Please. I guess I've got no choice. Fine. Yay! There's no way that I could turn them down. If all of them together like that, looking at me so seriously while they asked. Even though I knew it would be trouble, I took her, I decided to take her along with me. After all, beating up some bad guys like that, I was pretty elated, and it wasn't a bad feeling. But I never could have guessed that that promise would have turned into such a big commotion. It's like my life became something that was completely unconnected with the word peace. uh, Rochelle was um, heavily scolded for stealing the house's summon stones. Uh, uh, Dorital and Chenbol were taken from you. Would you like to save? Alright. So that's gonna be all I'm gonna do for now. Um, if you're interested in seeing more, please let me know in the comments or, you know, in any of my streams. Um, Thank you for joining me. Please, if you're on Twitch, follow me, and if you're on YouTube, please like, favorite, and subscribe. So, thanks for joining me.